gentlemen, yes, this is your favorite show, Sports Unfolded, with your favorite hosts, Eric and Ron.
Hey, sports fans! It's that time again for the best sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded, where we bring all of this week's top sports stories to you. I am your host, Eric. Main man right over there, Ron. How are you tonight?
I'm doing okay. I feel like there's a little bit of grinchiness in me.
A little bit. I mean, it is. The holiday season is upon us. We are less than a week away from Christmas. Hence tonight's theme, Jingle all the way. So, again, are you a Grinch? Let us know. Join us on the chat. We'd love to hear from you tonight. What was maybe one of the is grinchiness the right word? What is one of the worst things you might have done during Christmas?
One of the worst things I've done for Christmas?
Keep it PG rated, please, Ron. Because I get a feeling you. How could we call you a Grinch?
I know back in the day when I used to work in retail, I did fire somebody on Christmas Day.
Ooh, that one, yeah, that could be. That's a pretty Grinchy move. Yeah. But
they did steal, and I caught them red-handed.
Well, that's on them, right? You didn't fire them; they fired themselves. So I don't know.
So it's not really my fault, but it does feel kind of bad.
Yeah. All right. So before we get started tonight, let's thank those that continue to help us expand and grow our business. Ron, if you want to start with our good friends out there in Providence, Rhode Island, we'd love to hear about them.
Absolutely. Tonight's show is brought to you by Sprout Co-working. For all your co-working needs, large or small, visit sproutcoworking.com.
And our good friends in Dallas, Georgia, 99.1 WDJY FM. Thank you for the support and putting us on every Saturday at 1 p.m., as well as our good friends here in Southeast Connecticut, SECTV, Public Access Channel 12. Thank you for the support and putting us on every Tuesday at 10 p.m. We appreciate the support there as well. If you're listening or watching on those platforms, join us live every Friday night at 6 p.m. We'd love to see you. Love to see you join the chat. Again, if you're out there live tonight, please hit the chat up. Let us know what you're thinking about. Absolutely. If you like the topics that we're talking about, if there's something you might want to talk about. There's a big fight tonight. Maybe you want to talk about that. Let us know. We'd love to hear from you. All right, Ron. I know you're excited.
I cannot wait for that.
Yeah. Are you ready to get this party started?
Absolutely. Let's get it started. Let's get it started.
Yeah. All right. Leadoff story tonight. What a great game last night. Seattle Seahawks won in dramatic fashion. Should we consider them the top seed in the NFC? So we look at it. The game yesterday put them at number one in the NFC. Obviously, they control their own destiny. They have 2 games remaining against the Panthers and the 49ers. They win both those games. They remain the number 1 seed.
Yeah, I can see them winning both. Their defense is too good.
I still have a problem with Sam Darnold. Listen, he threw a couple picks in that game last night that could have ultimately cost them the game. That weird 2-point conversion that counted due to it was a backwards lateral that went forward, and nobody on LA decided to jump on the ball, so Seattle recovered it. Realistically, Ron, Sam Darnold throws 13 picks. Seattle leads the league in interceptions with 16. They're a -4 overall with the turnover differential.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that is something that could cause. Listen, you're playing better competition in the postseason.
Yeah.
I don't know if they can afford to have 2 turnovers in a game and expect to win in the postseason.
Now, I would expect that they beat San Francisco.
San Francisco's
and
hot.
of course, Carolina.
That game may be for the number 1 seed.
Right, it could be.
Because San Francisco still has a shot.
Yeah. I think Seattle will hold the number 1 spot, but I don't feel as though they are the favorite. I still feel that the Rams are the better team, and we all know how hard it is to beat a team
3 times.
3 times. It just doesn't really happen. So I don't know. I still like the Rams. I'll still take Stafford over Sam Darnold in crunch time when it counts in the playoffs.
Yeah, listen.
But you got to give them credit, though.
So here's the positives. 9th overall in offense. They average 357.9 yards per game. 3rd in points, 29.5. So again, you look at it, they have the 3rd highest scoring team in the league. Defensively, 7th overall, only giving up 302 yards. 4th against the rush. They don't even give up 100 yards per game, 94.1 yards per game. And they're 2nd in the league. They're tied for 2nd with points allowed at 18.6. So they do a lot of really good things.
But I will say,
Darnold
you say those numbers, though, Eric, and when you look at those teams in that division that you're playing 6 games in a year, outside of McCaffrey, who's the running backs?
Yeah.
And McCaffrey, most of his yards are not from rushing. They're from receiving.
So maybe it's a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? Everybody's criticizing the New England Patriots in their schedule. And so I went back, Ron, and I looked at it, and I said, let me see who the Seattle Seahawks have beaten. So here is their wins. Pittsburgh Steelers, the New Orleans Saints, the Arizona Cardinals. Manny, thanks for joining. The Jacksonville Jaguars, the Texans, the Commanders, the Cardinals, the Titans, the Vikings, the Falcons, the Colts, and the Rams. Colts obviously was late in the season. No Daniel Jones. We know that situation. The Steelers weren't very good at the beginning of the year. Still kind of questionable. Danny, thank you for joining. Other than the Texans and maybe the Rams, who have they really beaten? They had 3 losses against the 49ers, the Buccaneers, and the Rams. All teams that should be in the postseason. So when you start to look at the grand scheme of thing, and when people start to sit back and say New England's schedule was so easy, then you've got to say the same thing about the Seattle Seahawks. Shady, thanks for joining. Multiple part question. Are you watching the first live stream murder? Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. And how did the Florida Commission sanction this fight? Sanction this fight. I will say this. So I did some research today on this fight. And the funny thing is, I guess Jake Paul allowed Anthony Joshua to be at 245, I think, for a weight, which is a little interesting to me. The payouts, they're talking about $1 million per fighter. $100 million. Sorry, $1 million. $100 million per fighter, which is absolutely insane to think about. Listen, Josh,
you think it's rigged again?
Yeah, it could be. But I will say this: Anthony Joshua has a lot to lose because this is the first time we're actually seeing Jake Paul actually fight a legitimate boxer who's been in the ring in the last year. This isn't a guy, and this was a heavyweight champion of the world 5 years ago. So this
like
isn't
6-7 inches taller too.
Yeah.
It's gonna destroy him.
It's about money. It always is.
If it's not rigged.
Yeah, Manny, you're right. It's about money. How they sanction the fight, I don't know. There's a hydration stipulation that AJ can't wait. Yeah, 245 pounds. He cannot weigh more than that. And that was, but still gives Joshua an edge because I think if he had to go down further, it would have really hurt him. I'm surprised Jake Paul allowed him to go that high. 6'7", man. Yeah, 6'7", buddy. I got you. So it's interesting to see that he's legitimate. I don't know what Jake Paul's thinking. That's my question in this whole thing. Because I say Anthony Joshua has the most to lose, but when we talk about paydays, he can only fight so many washed up fighters and get paid. If people see him fight a legitimate fighter tonight and get absolutely killed, that doesn't bode well for another fight for him. This could be his last match.
I hope so. I hope he gets destroyed. I want to see his head rolling across the mat.
Show me the money. Listen, show me the money, Jerry Maguire style. Yep, Danny, you're right. Shady, I think we all have the same expectation that this is going to end quickly. And if it doesn't, I mean, then you're going to get those conspiracy theorists that are just going to come out and say, listen, every fight he's done is just been to get paid. How much? And then, how much does Netflix take a hit for it if it goes sideways? If he actually wins this fight, would you not sit back and go, okay, wait a minute, Netflix just wants money. This is a production. Danny's very concerned with how you look today, Ron. He says you don't look happy. Ron is not happy because he doesn't want to miss this fight tonight, and it's daunting on him. It's in his mind now. He is so excited.
Like, are we gonna see like Jake Paul versus LeBron next? I
mean, what is the next step? This is where I say it's gonna start to become more of a production than actual fighting.
It's already that.
If he loses 100%,
Jake Paul is probably going to win, and it is rigged.
I don't know if I just don't see what it would be in there for Anthony Joshua, who still wants to fight for a heavyweight title. You can't lose to Jake Paul and then want to fight for a heavyweight title. I mean, that's my opinion, and I'm sticking with it, my friend.
That's true, though.
Yeah, Crawford retired. That was a great fighter. Terrence Crawford. He was a phenomenal boxer. Only chance is a clean
boxing is
right hook. That's a long
There's
shot.
nobody good in boxing. I'm sorry.
And then again, and you got to look at the reach. Shady does, Paul even have the reach to get? I mean,
I'm with Danny on this one. Jake Paul sucks. Who cares? Who cares?
You know what?
He's a bum.
Highest rated Eric. That
is a bum rock.
That's rum, my friend. You know it. You know it, Manny. That's some captain right there. I will say this: the Mike Tyson fight was one of the highest viewed boxing in history. The man knows what he's doing. He's making his money. He might have just said, listen, if I get $100 million out of this fight, I get knocked out. He's probably made $500 million, $500 million just by fighting.
Freaking joke.
It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. But great conversation, Shady. Thanks for bringing it up. We're going to talk some more NFL, Ron. You want to keep talking some more NFL? I think we both agree Seahawks not the number one seed in the NFC, but
I'm not saying they're not going to. I think they're going to take the.
No, they'll win the number one seed. They're not the best team in the NFC. Yeah, they're not the best team in the NFC. No. What about our good friend there down in Miami? The Miami Dolphins have benched Tua Tagovailoa. Do you think this is the end of his career?
Probably not. He'll go somewhere else that needs a quarterback. They'll take a chance on him.
Would you, as an organization, knowing his concussion history, the 49ers is the favorite, Manny, in the NFC? I just don't know if Tua is...
Me, as an organization, I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole. But somebody's going to give him an opportunity. Hey, maybe Minnesota.
maybe, but I can't see it. So the crazy part about this, Ron, is he's averaging $53.1 million per year. If the Dolphins decide to cut him, it's a $99.2 million cap hit next year. So they can't even afford to cut him. So what do? You have him ride the bench? What team trades for him, though, with that concussion history?
Somebody will do it.
To pay him $53 million a year?
New Orleans Saints?
I don't know. I just don't. So 6-8 this season. He's thrown 20 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. His interceptions lead the league. So he's thrown the most interceptions of any quarterback. Really? Yes, damn. 15. So again, even you look at his production on the field, he needs superstars. He was most successful when you had Tyreek Hill, you have Waddle, you have these high-powered offensive weapons. He goes to New Orleans, he's a sitting duck. I think his career is over. I think this benching
could be New York Jets. Look, we're talking about some of the worst teams in the league. And do you think they're going to go with Fields next year in New York? No.
No.
But if they can trade and get him for like nothing, it's going to happen. He's going to get another shot.
Yeah, the Dolphins could have had Hurts or Justin Herbert. They did draft Tua. Danny's got his Cowboys and Eberflus going to the bye. I can't. Danny, let it go, buddy. They're done. They're out.
They're not out.
The Cowboys have a 1% chance. Yes.
They got this.
I feel really good about it. I think this moving Eberflus to the box, Danny, clearly gets him into the postseason now. Yeah, I think his career is done. That's my opinion. I just don't see how a team as well known as those concussions are. We said it. We watched games this year, and every time he gets hit, you just wait to see. I can't see them doing it. You're gambling to say he's going to stay healthy because he hasn't really proven that he can.
No, I'm not saying it's going to be a good move for whoever does it, but I'm just saying somebody's going to do it.
There's some dumb organizations out there. I agree with you.
Yeah, there are.
But
Cleveland.
To play $53 million. Did you hear about Cleveland, by the way? Deshaun Watson, they said, probably going to start next season for them. What is going on in Cleveland, man? Leave my Cowboys alone. I'm just stating facts, Danny. I'm stating facts, my friend. I'm not.
You tell him, Danny. You tell him.
Yeah, Danny, you tell me. Yeah. What's your odds? You got a better shot of winning the Powerball than the Cowboys making the postseason, Danny. You want to play the Powerball. It's pretty high. Danny, Cowboys are trash. Thank you. And that's from another Cowboys fan. Ron, games of interest this week.
You got to keep the hope alive, right?
Keep it alive.
Until it's impossible, you keep the hope alive.
All right.
That's what a fan does. He's sticking with his Cowboys, and I respect them for that.
They keep disrespecting Shador. I agree with you, man. Let the kid play. What's Deshaun Watson's not better than Shador? I mean, if anything, they're the same. Why bother? At least let the young kid go and see what he can do.
That's why I'm saying it's not out of the possibilities that Cleveland goes out and gets Tua.
And I will say this, Ron. You play Deshaun Watson, there's more chances that he has an injury and he needs a massage. And we know where that leads to. If I'm Cleveland, I'm not even touching that. Eric is upset, Ron. He didn't get any Wendy's, no lunch. I'll take you guys out for lunch, my treat. All right, come on down. Head down to the East Coast, my friend.
Ooh, I could go for a Frosty.
Yeah, come on down, Danny. Sign it up. All right, Ron, let's talk some games of interest. Week 16. It's only
a lot of good games.
It's 2 weeks left of the season. It's insane.
Oh, that's a shame. I feel like it just started.
It goes so fast. We'll start with that Packers at Bears matchup. This is shut up or get out for the Bears. They have to. the last time they played this team, Green Bay was able to just offensively do things.
No Parsons.
No Parsons, so from a pass rushing standpoint, but I Love was able to throw on this team with ease. So they've got to change defensively what they do. I still believe Green Bay is a better team. I think Chicago's getting there. This would go a long way to proving that they do belong.
Yeah.
So, yeah, very interesting game.
Yeah, it is. You know, I mean, they're both going to be battling for, you know, that top seed, you know, and if not, then they're going to be playing one of the top seeds. That's the sad part, you know.
It could be seedless.
They could be seedless.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow. What about that Jags? What about those Jags? That Jags Broncos game? That is. Did we really think the Jags would like? What happened?
I still don't believe that.
You wake up one day and you're like, the Jaguars are actually.
The Jags are not good. I'm sorry, they're sloppy. I don't know how they're winning games. I don't know how. You know,
Wendy's is the best ever. Wendy's is the best.
Jacksonville's going to get destroyed in this game.
Broncos
it's not going to be close.
At home. They know that, you know, look, they win. They got the 1 seed. They get a bye. I don't think they slip up. Bo Nix has done enough to win games. People criticize Bo Nix. Guess what? The kid's done enough to win games.
Don't criticize him.
It's shutting them down. Yeah, I agree with you, Manny. Right? The Broncos defense is definitely going to shut them down. And listen, Trevor Lawrence to me he's like Tua. It's almost the same. Like they could either be really good or they're really bad. There's no in between with those quarterbacks. I think
he's just gotten lucky this year, to be honest with you.
It could be. It could be. I mean, they did get a change in head coaching. Maybe that helped. I don't know.
He's been fortunate.
Yeah. So far, we're on the same page here. You got that Steelers-Lions game. Poor Lions.
I think Detroit is going to spank them.
That door closed quick, though, man. That was like, wow, the Lions are going to be a Super Bowl. It's over. It's over. It's over. What happened? What happened, Detroit?
There's only so much a coach like that can fire up a team. There's no reason to get fired up anymore.
Agreed. And I think you're starting to see it. I don't believe in Pittsburgh either. So I agree with you. I think the Lions could win that game, but
yes,
I don't even know if they could still. They probably. I mean, they got better odds than the Cowboys. Sorry, Danny.
You know, just defensively, Detroit is inept. You know, I mean, and a lot has to do with losing their coaching staff. I do have to say that. That is a big reason why they're not elite anymore.
Yeah, Manny agrees with you. Lions are like the Cowboys. Their defense just sucks.
Yeah. No, he's right.
Yeah.
Listen,
he's right. I had one more game besides that Pats Ravens. Do you?
I have 2 more besides that.
Okay. So before we get into Pats Ravens, you want to talk where's the other 2 you
had? Tampa Bay and Carolina.
I have that game as well.
Like, that is for first place.
Yeah. Panthers choked last week. They lose to the Saints. They could have very easily, basically, even with a loss, still been tied for first. Yeah. But now they need to win.
Right.
So I wanted to believe that the Panthers figured some things out, and I don't know.
I was not a believer of that.
No.
But it is a big game.
It is.
Because, you know, Carolina, I guess, has to play them twice.
Oh, is that the last 2?
I think they have 2 games with Tampa Bay, and I'm not confident in Carolina being able to do it.
Let me see. Yeah. That could be an interesting game then, especially if they win, the Panthers. Panthers have left on their schedule.
I agree, Danny.
Yeah. Bucks, Seahawks, Bucks. Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
say goodbye to Carolina. They're all done. They're out. They're out. All right. Well, that was a good run. Tampa wins.
I also have the San Fran and Indianapolis game.
I would have, but Philip Rivers. That's the only part of that game.
Come on, everybody loves Grandpa.
Yeah. Listen, he played okay.
He almost won.
He did. I mean, did you see though? The interesting part of that is by him coming back, he gets 5 more years of insurance. Yeah. So it's almost like for him, he was like, it was going to run out. He was on his 5th year of retirement, and he came back because guess what? Now I get 5 more years. That was pretty smart in his part.
Oh, it is. It is. So smart.
Listen,
coming back and getting hit.
With all the issues that are going on with the health coverage in America right now, this man just got 5 more years.
I know.
He got 5 more years, right? Like smart man.
And it's gonna like double. Like healthcare costs are gonna double in
How
about
smart was he? He's got 11 kids, Ron. 11 kids. He's got 11 kids. He needed health insurance.
Does he have 11 kids?
Yes.
Jesus, that's a whole lot of healthcare.
I mean, think about what he was doing in the offseason.
He's getting like a state's worth of healthcare.
What the hell was he doing during the offseason? I mean, it was nonstop.
He wasn't getting massages.
No, maybe from his wife.
Maybe.
Not just random masseuses. Wow. All right, let's talk a little bit about that Pats-Ravens game. Ravens, Jekyll and Hyde team, probably the biggest one this season.
Yeah. You nervous yet?
I'm not nervous. I don't expect New England to win. I really don't. So if they do, I think it's a plus. I think the Ravens can run the ball extremely well. I didn't see New England have the ability to stop Buffalo offensively you give up 5 straight touchdowns. I can't see why Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry can't do the same thing. New England gets in the postseason because they got Miami and they got the Jets. So they're in the postseason. But like I said, I expect them to lose in the first round regardless. So this is their two.
It's going to be a killer schedule in the postseason.
Yeah. I don't expect them to get out of the first round.
I mean, if it ends now, they got to play somebody good. I can't remember.
That helped. Hold on, I'll check.
It's not Buffalo. It's somebody else.
What am I going to do with you, buddy? Right now, they are the 2nd seed. They'd have to play the Texans.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, I'm not looking forward
3
to
plays
that.
6, 4 plays 5. Yeah. So.
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, that's what I said. They're 1 and done. But listen, even if they beat the Ravens have been so inconsistent all year. People are going to say the same thing. Like, oh, they beat a team that hasn't been able to figure it out all season. So I'm not, again, I want to be interested in this game, but at the same time, I don't trust New England. I don't trust Baltimore. It's like whoever wins this game realistically, I think I don't think Baltimore gets out of the first round either. They've stunk in the postseason regardless. And now that you've had a season where you can barely figure it out every week to week, that team's like inept.
They're going to have a new coach next year.
Yeah, very well could. Belichick.
All
right, thank you, gentlemen out there live that are
Belichick.
chiming in. We appreciate that. Keep chiming in. We got more to talk about here on Sports Unfolded and a big Hall of Fame announcement coming up towards the end of the show. So you want to stay tuned for that as well. But with that, Ron, let's move on to our starting 5.
Oh, this is a good one.
3, 2, 1.
All right, our starting 5 tonight. And there can't be no honorable mentions, Ron. So I took that off the equation.
Yes, they can.
For you. There's 5 games.
You said Christmas Day games. You didn't say what sport.
Yes, I said the 5 games going on this week.
For Christmas Day.
Yes, there's 5 of them.
There's 7.
There is not.
There's 7.
There is not.
There's 2 NFL games.
No, I said NBA, but okay.
You didn't say NBA.
Okay. I can't.
I'm just saying you didn't say NBA.
Now I got to look at the email he sent because somehow I
You
feel
just said Christmas Day games, and I'm like, well, what games are
ranking this year's. Okay. All right. You are correct, sir. There's always a trick with you. Go ahead. Your honorable mentions because I don't have.
All right, I got 2 honorable.
I only did
mentions.
NBA.
I get that. I get that, but we have to show.
And your graphics also only have NBA. But go ahead.
Because my two games that are on honorable mentions is Detroit at Minnesota for the NFL.
Nope, no interest. Minnesota stinks.
Yes, I know, and Dallas at Washington.
Both those teams
for
stink.
the NFL.
I wouldn't watch. Danny could pay me to watch the Dallas game right now. I wouldn't do it.
I'm just saying. I put those as honorable mentions because they are playing Christmas Day.
Christmas, boo. All right, let's talk some NBA Christmas Day games and how we're going to do this is we're going to rank 5 to 1 and which game is our least favorite game to our most favorite game. I am starting us off this week. So I am starting off with the Mavs at the Warriors at game number 5. Listen, the Warriors are old. They're going to make the postseason, but it is. You've seen them. And the only interesting thing on the Mavericks is Cooper Flag. So least favorite game of the Christmas Day games.
I agree with you on that one. It's Dallas Mavericks. I mean, there's a question of whether or not they're even going to make a play-in.
Yeah, they did this because of Flag. They wanted to get the rookie on.
Yeah. They wanted
national
him to be
TV.
seen for the first time this year because nobody's watching their games.
Although he's had last 2 games, he's actually had pretty good games.
He's done well. He broke a LeBron record.
All right. I knew that made you happy. At number 4, I have the Timberwolves at the Nuggets.
Really?
Anthony Edwards versus the Joker, but I would take Denver all day in this game. I just feel Denver's a better team anyway, so I'm not as interested to see it.
Oh, see, I have Cleveland at New York for the 4th most interesting. Mostly because Cleveland just doesn't look like they're the same team.
Yeah.
And New York can't play defense. So I really... it's an East matchup, and to me, the East is terrible.
All right.
So it doesn't matter.
Okay. At 3 for me, I had the Cavs at the Knicks. The Knicks just won the World NBA Cup.
Wait, the World Cup? Is that what you're going to say?
That's I'm going to spin it so this way it makes it more interesting. They won the World Cup.
Nobody even cares about that thing.
And I just say the Cavs are still an okay team. So I don't know. I just felt like that's more interesting. And it's in New York.
That right there just says it all.
Mecca of basketball, Madison Square Garden. Hey. All right. You're number 3.
I have a word for you that rhymes with Mecca.
Be nice.
My number 3 is Minnesota at Denver. It's the Joker. Look, I don't care what you say. He's always fun to watch. It's whether or not he's going to get that massive triple-double, 35, 15, and 12. Is he going to do that this game?
Mm-hmm.
That's the question, is whether or not he's going to have a triple-double or not.
Yeah.
And you just have to watch just to see how he does it without doing anything.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It is.
It's like magic.
He's standing still, and next thing you know, he's got a triple-double. It's like,
that's what I'm saying. I don't know how he does it.
Man doesn't move.
You just have to see it for yourself.
Yeah. No, I could see that. All right, at number 2 for me, Rockets at Lakers. I mean, this is the star power game. Luka, Durant, James. So to me, this is probably, at least from a basketball stars.
The combo of Luka and Bronny James is just unreal.
I love it. By far one of the combinations. Right? I mean, it's an interesting game. Both teams are doing very well this season. So it's not even like you sit back and think about it. So was that your number 2?
sits back and watches very often.
Yeah, Danny.
In
What?
his street clothes.
What? Oh yeah, look at him right there. Was that your number 2? Rockets
That
at
is my
Lakers?
number 2, Houston at LA, and everybody wants to see that big matchup that we've been craving for. Kevin Durant versus Luca.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking for.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the matchup right there.
That's a star matchup. Yeah, absolutely. And listen, the Rockets are a very good team. Number 1 has to be that Spurs at Thunder, though, right?
Has to be, and it's going to be a back-to-back too. That's the second
yeah,
game.
23rd and then the 25th they play. So
Yeah.
Listen, to me, this team, they're starting to build a rivalry. These two, they're both very young. They're both expected to do,
San Antonio just beat them
to get to the NBA World Cup.
Yeah, the World Cup.
The World Cup.
And they really didn't care about the World Cup.
No, they didn't play
that
as well.
NBA Cup is just such a sham. It's so stupid.
Well, let's continue talking about that. So that was our list for Christmas Day. Those are the Christmas Day NBA games. Tune in. They're on all the platforms. I'm sure everybody has a game.
I mean, you got Wemby, the little dude on the side of the store there.
Yeah. All right. Knicks did win the cup, Ron. Do you think they could win the NBA championship?
No. They got no defense. Like, they forgot how to play defense since last year.
So I did my stats, buddy. You may be incorrect with that. Did you know the New York Knicks are the number 1 team points per game in the league at 120.7, and they are second in opponents scoring at 112.3. They are the second best defense in the league. So I think, listen, they've got some talent. Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, and Josh Hart. That's a very good team. I think they could get out of the East. The West, though, you put them ahead of Lakers. Okay, Danny. So you think that the Lakers – all right, so let me ask you this from the Knicks standpoint. Are they better than the Thunder?
No.
The Nuggets?
No.
The Lakers?
No.
The Spurs?
No.
The Rockets?
No.
The Timberwolves?
Probably, yeah.
So the Timberwolves are the 6th team in the West right now. I don't think they can get out of I don't think they can win the championship based on the Western Conference and the strength. The East is wide open. I agree with you.
I like Detroit better.
I like Detroit, but again, they're hot and cold sometimes. Orlando, hot and cold. I think with the amount of talent that the Knicks have, and they're playoff tested, they went to the NBA championship, Eastern Conference Finals last year. You know what I mean? That bodes well versus the Pistons, who haven't been there.
Yeah, I just look at who they have to get through. Look, I think Detroit this year is better than Indiana last year. Indiana was able to expose Brunson defensively. And I think Cunningham can do that to Brunson again. And I think they're going to run into the same problem as they did last year. They don't have somebody that can match up defensively against Cunningham, and that is going to come back and haunt them. And they could run into that problem against Orlando as well. And call me crazy. But if Tatum comes back, say in the next month or so, yeah, you can laugh all you want. But if he comes back in a month or so, he's going to be ready by the time playoffs comes around, and they might have a hard time with the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, they're talking February.
Yeah.
With Tatum. Good chance he could be back in February. Yeah, I don't know. I just think the West, no matter which team gets out of the East.
Yeah, no, I don't think anybody beats whoever comes out of the West. I don't think anyone does, except for maybe Detroit. Detroit I think has the speed and the backcourt to do it.
So we'll have to keep an eye on this team. Lakers all the way, Danny. I don't know if the Lakers even get out of the West.
It's a tough task. That's a tall
The
task.
West is.
I look at that OKC team. I mean, 2 losses. They're not losing at home. I mean,
Yeah.
sorry, I'm not picking against them at home. And look, he has, and I say he, meaning SGA, has that it factor like some certain bald guy with a tongue.
Kid can, yeah, he makes plays. He can score. All right, Ron. You look like my chihuahuas right now. Poor things. All right, Ron, let's talk some Major League Baseball. And this story is just pissing me off to no end.
Oh, I know.
Los Angeles Dodgers once again have used deferred money for their latest signing. Is it time for Major League Baseball to step in and change
Who
this?
did they
policy?
sign with it?
Edwin Diaz. They signed him to a $69 million deal. Each season, $4.5 million of that deal is deferred. He gets his full salary in 2047. That's how long they'll be paying him. So as I started to do research for this story, I said, okay, well, I know about Ohtani, but then I realized Ohtani, Betts, Snell, Freeman, Will Smith, Edman, all have deferred deals. This team has $1 billion with a B, $1 billion in deferred money. It's absolutely ridiculous that 680 deferred to Ohtani, 115 million to Betts, 66 to Snell, 57 to Freeman, 50 to Will Smith, 25 to Edman.
And none of that goes to those teams that should be earning that, because of small markets.
Like, how does this benefit the sport? That's my question, Ron. How does this benefit the sport that you have a team, because it's a big market, the Major League Baseball wants them involved in the postseason and the World Series? That's great. But all they're doing is taking all these solid players and saying, hey, listen, you want to win a championship, which we know is very important to most players, not all, but most. We'll pay you for the next 30 years, so you're all set for the rest of your life. Listen, Bobby Bonilla is still getting paid by the Mets. You think that man ever took another job doing anything else ever again? No, he didn't have to. These guys are just basically allowing the system to get – it's so broken. It's so broken, Ron.
Yeah. And again, we always looked at the Yankees being the evil empire, and clearly the LA Dodgers are the worst, exposing the MLB in everything.
Nobody else has that advantage because, listen, even the New York markets, the Mets, the Yankees, they're not guaranteed to get to the postseason like the Dodgers are. Yeah. So these players are doing it because they're almost guaranteed to make the postseason.
Yeah.
All these other big market teams don't even if they wanted to do the deferred money, players are doing it. Listen, Soto signed with the Mets. There was none of that deferred.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way the Mets were going to be able to get him.
Yep. Yeah. And it makes you wonder how bad the scales are tipped in the Dodgers' favor. And this is why, last season I had such a tough time, with the fact that Toronto was playing them. I'm not a Toronto Blue Jay fan by no means, but I was rooting for them because I just despised what the LA Dodgers have been doing. And frankly, it's not fair to the rest of the league, to be honest with you. When you have all this money that they're not paying their players this year, so they're under the cap and they don't have to pay any luxury taxes towards these teams, like Cincinnati and Pittsburgh and all of them. Not saying that those teams should even need that money, but let's face it, they're not on an even playing field. And when now you have, $500 million that isn't even on the books.
$1 billion, Ron. Not even a half. $1 billion.
All right, so $1 billion that aren't even on the books, and these teams cannot compete. They cannot compete with the LA Dodgers. Now there are some Mets can still get the players. They can still pay the money, but when is that going to run dry? This is baseball. I'm sorry. They have, an endless amount of money. No, they don't have an endless amount of money because their fans are dropping like flies because it's not worth it. Why should Milwaukee pay to compete when they can't put a roster even half as good as the LA Dodgers?
Agreed.
There's no point to it. There's
Agreed.
none.
It's one team and then the rest. That's what Major League Baseball is now. There is no other way to even sit back. You could sit back and say, oh, New York's big market, both of them. They're not, though, not in this playing field.
No.
Because there is no way to compete with a team that is absolutely refusing to play players. And those players are going there because they just want to win a ring. And then knowing that you're going to pay these guys till 2047, we won't even be alive, Ron. They'll still be people.
Well, I mean, when you think about the next guy, Kyle Tucker, he's going to want $400 million. He's going to end up in LA too?
Right, the first $300 million of it.
They said they want him. They want Scooble too.
Yeah, which
they're going to get him because that's what the league wants.
The league has to stop it, and they're not going to because it's such a big market.
Because they're going to make a boatload of money on the postseason because of this.
Joke. Major League Baseball by far deserves to be the 4th ranked sport in America because this is not even enjoyable.
I'm not even sure
anymore.
It deserves that, Eric.
It's not even enjoyable anymore.
No, I
really
haven't. I don't watch it. I don't. No. It just makes me sick because you get the same.
I remember watching that Game 7. Game 6 when the Blue Jays lost. And I was talking to one of my buddies. I said that was the worst thing that could have possibly happened to Toronto because now the Dodgers, with all their talent and less pressure, I knew we were going to win that game. I knew it. It was a guarantee. Yeah. But I don't know. All right, let's move on, Ron. Let's talk about our good friends in Providence, Rhode Island again, if you could just give them a shout out.
Sure, I can. Tonight's show is brought to you by the all-new 990 WBOB radio page, offering links to your favorite Providence shows, including Sports Unfolded and the Bryant Bulldogs Sports Hour. That is us, right? So if you want to sponsor the show, please, by all means, send us an email to RIBroadcasting.media@gmail.com. We can send you out the media kit, and you want to be part of this because we have thousands and thousands of listeners as well as viewers. And frankly, it's just worth your money.
It is. Woo. Let's thank our friends too in Dallas, Georgia. We love them. WDJY FM,
yes, we do.
Dallas, Georgia, 99.1. You guys have been awesome. Got a radio spot on right now for some exciting contests for January, which we will share next week with our fans so that you can join in for that special contest in January. We're looking forward to that.
It's not the Seinfeld contest either.
Let us move on to our split decisions. Our split decision segment, basically we give each other more likely questions and we have to make a decision. I am first this week, Ron, so I will start us off with your first split decision. Which team is more likely to bring Bill Belichick back to the NFL? The Cleveland Browns, the Miami Dolphins, or the New York Giants? Which team is more likely to bring Bill Belichick back to the NFL? It's not an easy one.
No, because I don't think it's going to be any of those teams.
Interesting.
But I'll say the Giants because
Just
they
'cause of
have
his roots?
the most to look forward to next year.
Okay.
Cleveland Brown has nothing to look forward to. I'm sorry. That's a train wreck. Yeah, I think Miami's a train wreck too. I think they're gonna like vacate everybody.
So you think?
So I would say the Giants out of that list, but I don't think
Okay.
it's going to be any of those.
Okay. All right.
I'm looking at possibly Baltimore. Dare I say Kansas City?
I don't think so.
I don't think he will because you don't want to fill Andy Reid's shoes.
Yeah, Buffalo's a good possible.
Buffalo is an interesting one. And there could be a vacancy in the NFC as well.
Yeah.
So
is that Jari, by the way?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's a little high stick, bro. I'm just saying it.
Yeah.
All right.
He's trying to poke your eyes out.
That's what I'm saying. That's a high stick all day, every day. All right, Ron. So you're saying the Giants. I would agree out of those three. All right. Your first split decision.
What current team that is out of the playoffs is more likely to win the Super Bowl?
All right. So they're not in right now.
They're not in right now.
If they get in, more likely. Go ahead.
Correct.
To win the Super Bowl.
Indianapolis, Baltimore, Dallas, and Detroit.
Definitely not the Colts. Ravens have never been good in the postseason. I don't expect that to change regardless. Just a fight to get in. Dallas, I don't even think gets there, which leaves Detroit. I think Detroit has the best shot because I don't think the other three. I don't think the Colts get in. I think the Ravens, it's like a 50-50. Dallas is not getting in, so I'm going Detroit just based on that. And that's the only reason.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. The Ravens it's the Ravens. Every year they're supposed to.
They may have the easiest road.
Yeah, they may, but they find ways to choke every year.
This is true, but there's no Kansas City this year.
Would you think it'd be an easy ride? Listen, Buffalo, we thought that was a given, and they lost to Cincinnati at home. And that's the year Cincinnati went to the Super Bowl. Like, every time you're like, oh, the Chiefs are out now, so that means Buffalo, Baltimore are in. They didn't get in the year Kansas City didn't make it.
Nope.
All right. Ron, your second split decision. Leave my Cowboys. No, I'm not. I'm not doing it tonight, Danny. You're going to toughen up, buddy. Believe in reality, my friend. Reality. All right. Ron?
Speaking of reality, did you catch the Survivor finale?
I don't watch reality TV. I don't believe it's real, so I don't watch it. I don't think it's real. Cowboys all the way. In what country? Oh, wait. Danny. Have you gone back in time? It's 1996. The Dallas Cowboys are going all the way. You are so correct. All right. Your second split decision, Ron. Which is more likely for Morgan Geekie to accomplish? He scores 60 goals. He's currently at 24. He gets 100 points. He's currently at 37. Or he has a plus minus of greater than 10. He's at -3. Which is more likely for Morgan Geekie to accomplish?
Plus 10.
So can't hit 60 goals, can't get 100
I'm not
points.
saying he can't hit 60 goals.
You think
but,
he could? Okay.
I mean, just to get to plus 10, I mean, come on.
Have you seen the Bruins?
You only need plus 13.
Yeah, okay. Is there any Boston Bruin that's a plus?
I don't know.
I don't think they were. Hold on. I can tell you that right now, too.
I think there is.
Is there?
That young defenseman is a +4.
Okay. Maybe you're right.
Played 6 games.
Oh, Zadorov's a +11. Yeah, you're right.
Let's see.
All right.
Zadorov.
So yeah. Low-Rye +3. I know he's a favorite of yours.
Oh, come on. Really? He's a +3?
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened.
Peak and Pasternak are the lowest at a -7.
Jesus.
Lindholm -5, Zaka -4, Geeky -3. Okay.
That's not good.
All right. All right. Your second split decision. I believe it's another hockey one.
It is another hockey one. Which player will bring their new team farthest in the postseason? Will that be Tristan Jarry of the Edmonton Oilers, who just got hurt last night? Or Quinn Hughes of Minnesota, who scored against the Bruins the other night?
How bad is Jarry's injury?
To me, it looks like a groin.
Because I really think that was a good move for Edmonton.
Oh, it's a great move for Edmonton. I thought it was
he's got to be on the ice.
Last night.
Yeah, he's got to be on the ice. But I would say Jarry.
Looks like he pulled something. Pulled the groin.
Jarry. Yeah. Jarry, is it the same one that Caitlin Clark pulled? But no, different one. All right. I will say Jarry gets him further. I think it's Jarry. I like that move.
Oh, I do too. I think it is too because will they go back to the Stanley Cup?
Yeah, I think they could. They could.
I agree because their offense is just so good.
Yeah, Draisaitl, like you get the 2 best scorers in the league, 2 of the best. So, you know what I mean? And now you get a goalie that can actually, you know what I mean, hold teams to probably 2 goals, which means all you got to do is score 3. I think those 2 guys could do that on their own.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Like the move.
I do. I like the move too. And I like the move by Minnesota, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, it's a good move.
But that could be what the missing piece for Edmonton has been.
Yeah, it could be. All right, let's continue some NHL talk, Ron. Good segue. Former Alabama Crimson Tide head coach Nick Saban, he's bought stake into the Nashville Predators. Can he really help the team improve? Now it's the Kings. I can't with this guy tonight. Danny.
Let's go, Danny.
He's trying to egg me on tonight.
Getting under his skin, Danny, and I love it. I love that you're getting under his skin.
All right.
You know?
Listen, I don't think this really helps the organization.
You think? How does this help?
They're last in the Central, 13, 16, and 4. So, go ahead.
How many guys did he send to the NFL and they've won Super Bowls?
Not a lot, especially not quarterbacks.
This is what I'm saying. He barely knew anything about football.
All right.
And he's going to help the Predators win?
That's what I'm saying. Listen, even guys that knew their sport. So I went back and I grabbed a couple of them. Michael Jordan, when he was the owner of the Charlotte Hornets, Bobcats, Hornets, 423 and 600, that team. I mean, again, Tom Brady, part stake owner in the Raiders. They're 2-12.
Well, yeah, you know.
Serena Williams and her sister own part of the Dolphins. How good is that organization, man? Dwayne Wade owns part of the Utah Jazz. How good have they been? Like, this doesn't work. You need guys
they got Danny now.
Yeah, that's gone well for them. Yeah, he did the same thing as he did in Boston. He trades away all these guys, tries to get draft picks. He didn't get a Tatum. That hasn't happened. All I'm saying to you is, how many times are they going to do these things where you take guys from wherever? And I'm saying maybe Saban wants to own the team. Okay, great. But if you think this is honestly going to make a difference in the organization, well, first, is he calling me fat? Because he keeps talking about lunch. And this is what I'm saying. I got a problem with this guy tonight.
You know, he's
Go
right
ahead.
though.
What? I ate before I came on.
I haven't had lunch or dinner.
He's saying that I'm the one that's upset. He thinks I think I'm Stephen A. Smith.
Well, yeah, I mean, you kind of act like it.
You're about to do this show by yourself, my friend. That's some Stephen A. stuff right there. All I know is
look, I am right there with you. Saban doesn't know a damn thing about hockey. I don't care. He doesn't know anything about football. And he's going to know something about hockey. He's going to save this team.
I mean, pro football, he stunk. The Dolphins, he didn't even last 2 years with the Dolphins.
There's that doesn't. The only thing it helps is financially. They got an injection of money. Who cares? Nick Saban doesn't know anything at all. What is he going to do? Who's he going to bring in that's going to make a difference?
Maybe he's going to change the offensive, defensive strategies of the Predators, Ron. Okay?
So it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous to even think that.
Is there a cover 2 in hockey? Like,
all right, let's put it this way.
All out blitz.
Okay. Do you remember when the Phoenix Coyotes, brought in Wayne Gretzky?
Yeah, that didn't go well. Yeah, that went horrible.
How well did that go? And Nick Saban is going to be the savior?
They're not even in this. They're not even in Arizona anymore. They're not even in Arizona.
He's a scrub. Now, just for this, if they think it's going to make a difference, I hope they rot at the basement for the next decade. Basement, baby. Basement.
Wow, man.
Let's go, Utah Mammoth.
The Mammoth. That's still a dumb name. I still don't. That should have been the Yeti. They should have worked something out. I know they should have worked something out.
Yeah, all they had to do was just buy Yeti.
So much better.
They could have just bought the company and said, now I own it.
Or you could have, or Ron, they could have got Nick Saban in their organization and he would have figured out how to get it to Yeti. Look at Eric. Ron Clown Show with Eric.
Calmness.
Clown show. I'm a clown. Now I'm a clown. I'm fat. I'm a clown. All day today, Danny. All day, buddy. You know what? I got one for Danny. Your Cowboys suck. Okay? They suck. There you go, Danny. All right, Ron. With that, let's move on to our pick and roll.
He's losing it, Danny. He's losing it.
Pick and roll.
I'm just a fat clown.
You just can't stay calm like I do.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. All right. Tonight's Dodgers do it again. Ron, Dodgers do not do it again. We already done the Dodgers. Done the Dodgers. Don't get me started on the Dodgers again. I'm not doing it again, Ron. Tonight's pick and roll is NFL number 51 linebackers. And they are Dick Butkus, James Ferrier, Sam Mills, Ken Norton Jr., Takeo Spikes,
Hey, Norton,
and Jonathan Vilma. Let's rank them from 6 to 1. Keep saying it, that you will keep regretting it.
Danny,
Danny.
Remember that skit that Eddie Murphy did about the honeymooners? I think it was on Raw.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Hey, Norton, I've been watching you.
Norton, let me tell you something.
And I know that you know
that I know that you're
watching me.
Yeah. All right. Danny, I will promise you this. You can email me. If the Cowboys make the postseason, I will wear a Cowboys jersey.
Oh. Hey, I
never
get
the
jersey.
That's how confident I am. Go Dodgers, because you're a front-running bandwagon. Danny, stop it.
He's not. No.
Stop it.
Look, Eric, I got to say he's not a bandwagon fan. He's not a bandwagon.
I apologize. He is correct. You are correct, Ron. He's delusional. He's a delusional fan.
Well,
You'll take
that's
that pick.
what Dallas fans.
You will not
take.
get it, Shady. That is for Danny only, and not you. You are not getting that picture. Oh my goodness, I can't tonight.
Hey, we might be able to see him wear a Dallas Cowboys hat, though.
You know what, Ron?
Danny, I'm going to make it happen this year. He's going to wear a Dallas Cowboy hat.
You know what? I will not. And if I have to, I'm going to put tape on it that says sucks.
No. You
yes,
can't
I
do
am,
that.
because they suck.
You can't. You can't.
I'll wear it backwards. All right, let's rank these linebackers 6-1, Ron. I am first tonight. I will start us off. I am going at number 6, Jonathan Vilma. I don't know.
Vilma!
179 tackles, the lowest. Every other guy had at least 1,000 tackles except one because they didn't actually keep that stat when he played.
Right.
10.5 sacks, 11 forced fumbles, 12 interceptions, 2 of those for touchdowns, 3-time Pro Bowler, Defensive Rookie of the Year, and a 1-time champion.
That was the easiest decision.
Even a blind squirrel finds a nut. So he got a championship. Congratulations. At number 5, Takeo Spikes. This guy was jacked, though. You remember how big he was? His neck was massive.
I know.
219 games he played, 1,018 tackles, 29 sacks, 15 forced fumbles, 19 interceptions, Ron, 3 for touchdowns.
I know.
But he only had 2 Pro Bowls, 1 All-Pro. That was all he had, so he was number 5 for me. At 4 went James Ferrier.
Wait, what's his name?
Ferrier.
Farrier?
I say Ferrier. A Warrior, right? Warrior, Furia. I got whatever. 230 games. He played the most games out of all these linebackers.
Yeah, it's not Warrior.
For all these linebackers, you know what, Ron?
I love you in names. I love it.
Let the fat clown do his thing, okay? 1,012 tackles. He had 35.5 sacks, 19 forced fumbles, 11 interceptions, and 1 touchdown. 2-time Pro Bowl, 1-time All-Pro. This man won 2 championships. He was with the
sounding like Muttley.
he was with the Roethlisberger, that whole situation. Another class act there. All right. At number 3, though, this is where it started to get interesting. These guys put up some decent numbers. Sam Mills at number 3 for me, 181 games, 1,142 tackles, which was the most, 20.5 sacks, 24 forced fumbles, Ron. 11 interceptions, 1 for a touchdown, 5-time Pro Bowl, 1-time All-Pro. Poor thing had to play with the Saints and the Panthers. Otherwise, he probably would have won a championship somewhere else. At number 2, again, when we talk about placement, means everything. Ken Norton, 191 games, 1,128 tackles, 12.5 sacks, 11 forced fumbles, 5 interceptions, 2 of those for touchdowns, 3-time All-Pro, 3-time Pro Bowler, 1-time All-Pro, and a 3-time champion. That put him at number 2. And because you couldn't get stats, but this guy is what linebacking is in the NFL. If you picture, that's the guy. Chicago Bears middle linebackers by far have always been a staple of the NFL. Dick Butkus at number 1. Only 119 games, 11 sacks, 22 interceptions, around 22. 8-time Pro Bowler, 5-time All-Pro. My number 1 on the pick and roll, Dick Butkus. Speaking of Dick Butkus. All right, I can't say it. You can't spell it. Either way, it's the same. Spell it correctly, and then you can mock me. Then you can mock me. Spell it correctly. Ron, your pick and roll, sir.
Cheers, Eric. You got it right.
Hey.
Even though you can't say James Farrier, but that's okay because you know what?
Could be Faria.
You know what, though, Eric? You got the whole thing right, and you know we don't always have the same list, but in this case, to me, there was a lot of gray area between 2 and 5. And for us to come up with the same exact list with this list, that's saying something, because it was tough.
It was.
It was tough.
Yeah.
And this was a tough list to put in order. And I also had Jonathan Vilma. He was a very easy decision at number 6. Great linebacker.
Yeah.
I think he's
Good
hell of a player. But those numbers, you're talking 400 tackles between him and the rest of them. Number 5, I had Takeo Spikes as well. Man, he was a beast. He was a beast in Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the best players defensively Cincinnati has ever had.
Yeah,
one of the best.
Buffalo as well, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Cincinnati and Buffalo. Yep.
Yeah. Number 4, I also had James Farrier. Look, he's had a great career. 2 Super Bowl wins, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
right team, right time, right? Do your thing.
Absolutely. That was a defense there. Woof. Woof. Then you got number 3, and this came out of nowhere. I thought when I looked at the list, I thought Sam Mills was probably going to be in my bottom half. He was in the top half. 24 forced fumbles. This guy was brutal.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he was everywhere. 11 interceptions, 23 fumble recoveries, 4 touchdowns, 20 and a half sacks, but this guy was a tackling machine. 1,142 solo tackles, which I believe was the most on the list.
It was the most on the list. Danny, if you'd like a mug, you can always order it on Patreon. Go to Rhode Island Broadcasting Patreon. You can order yourself a nice Sports Unfolded mug.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ron. Go ahead.
Danny, you should go to the store on the website. There is stuff on there that I think you'd like. I have a set of Dallas Cowboy cards there, a 9-card set. That's beautiful, beautiful.
Number 2.
Number 2 is also Ken Norton Jr. Man, he was an animal. I mean, first of all, the 3 Pro Bowls and the All-Pro was accompanied with 3 Super Bowls. It's not accident. He's that good defensively. And, you know, over 1,000 solo tackles. I mean, he chipped in everywhere, including 5 interceptions. He had a couple of touchdowns, 13 fumble recoveries, 11 forced fumbles. I mean, he was the guy in the middle, and you just weren't going to run the ball past him. I mean, he's it. He was a real deal, but nobody. And I'm not sure there are many that are better than him in history of football. Dick Butkus. I mean, they didn't keep solo tackles back then, but you got to think he had to have a boatload.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, if they had it.
I mean, he
didn't play a lot of games. So.
He was the guy. I mean, he was it. I mean, he was mean on that field, you know, to his opponents. Oh, everybody hated him because he would just disrupt every play that he was in on, and he was in on most. He was that good, and it's a shame he didn't win a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Didn't play a lot either. 119 games, so
yeah.
Imagine if he had played 70 more games, what his numbers would have looked like.
8 Pro Bowls and 5
All-Pros. More than all. You add all of them up. The other 5 guys, they didn't make as many All-Pros. There was 4.
No, and in fact, that Sam Mills had 5 Pro Bowls, which matches his All-Pros.
Yeah. So, no, great guys. Great group of guys. Linebackers crazy.
Yeah, Danny, you're right. Ken Norton still is a beast.
They were. He was a great player. Ron, really excited. We're going to talk some Hall of Fame real quick. Everyone out there, get your cameras ready because we have got some new ways to vote for our Hall of Fame as well. So make sure your cameras are ready to go. But we want to congratulate Ty Cobb. We called him up personally. He didn't answer. And Kobe Bryant. I'm not going to make that joke. Also, both elected into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. Congratulations to both those athletes. Ty Cobb, now a member of the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame, as well as Kobe Bryant. And it wasn't even close. Kobe dominated that voting. So congratulations. Congratulations to both of those. And better luck to Al Kaline in the future. Al Kaline. Ray Allen, 0 too. Vince Carter, 0, surprised me as well.
Yeah.
So fans, with that, there is new voting to get the next athlete into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. Scan this QR code right now, right there in the corner. It'll bring you to the website that will allow you to vote for the NFL Hall of Fame, which those athletes are Dwight Freeney, Richard Seymour, Ray Lewis, Champ Bailey, Ed Reed. Richard Seymour currently leading in this category, but that could change real quick. Scan QR code right now and give yourself a chance to vote for the NFL Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. Still answering. No, that's not how it works. Patreon. Go on Patreon. Get it. Order a cup. All right, Ron. And then new to the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame, we will have our first sportscaster inducted into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. Again, scan that QR code right there, right now, and you can vote for either John Madden, Pat Summerall, Marv Alberts, Vince Scully, or Bob Costas. Again, this will be a first for Sports Unfolded. We will have a sports caster in the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. Let's see currently who is leading that one. It is John Madden, and it's by a wide margin. So John Madden is leading that right now. But again, scan that QR code. You can help vote.
If you want Vin Scully, then you got to go vote because I know he's the Dodgers voice.
Scan that QR code. It'll get you to the website to vote for our next inductees in the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. And once again, want to congratulate Ty Cobb and Kobe Bryant for now being in the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame.
Absolutely.
And that site will bring you to the Hall of Fame website and Sports Unfolded. You can see all of the athletes that are inducted into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame, all voted on by the fans. All voted on by the fans. So that's what's really cool about it as well. So check that out. We're excited. New voting started for the month of December.
Yeah, all right, get Ron. On there. Get on there. Participate.
Ron, I am excited because we are coming to an end here.
I know.
Predictions. You have dominated this season. 6-3 last week for me. 7-2, 3-1, Danny, on those games that you did participate in. And Dustin went 6-3. Danny, you can almost make 500 here, buddy. You need to have another good week. Let's see what you can do. You got 2 weeks left. 2 weeks left. So we're going to start off in the NFL, Ron.
2 weeks left, Eric, and you're going to have to wear.
Well, we'll talk about it when it comes. All right. NFL tomorrow. There's games tomorrow, too. It's like this whole week's like Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Thursday. I don't know. It's crazy. Green Bay Packers at the Chicago Bears. Again, this is a big NFC matchup. But I'm going with the Packers here again. I just feel like after the last matchup, I think they match up better. I think offensively they can still beat that defense. So I went Green Bay.
Yeah, I'm going Green Bay. I'm still in disbelief that they're actually playing well this year. So it must be coaching, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and then they even said it. They game planned, and their defense was scared before Parsons even got there because that trade hadn't happened at the beginning of the year. So even losing Parsons may not be as big a deal. I mean, granted, you don't replace his productivity, but everybody out there chime in. Green Bay Packers at the Chicago Bears. Who do you have?
Danny's got Green Bay.
All right, Danny. All right. Also, this Sunday, Ron, you got the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Denver Broncos. Who are you going with?
I'm going Denver. I have no confidence in Jacksonville to be able to beat a good team like this. Definitely going Denver at home in the snow.
I agree. Denver at home. I love their defense, and I think they just shut down the Denver Bronco, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I would not be surprised if they don't even get a touchdown.
Yeah. Yes, Danny, Green Bay. What about the Jags at Broncos? So I know you're not talking about it yet, or if I missed it, but Paul versus Joshua makes this fight different compared to the fighters he has previously seen retired boxers and MMA fighters. I think Matty Ice, I would say that you got to look at the fact that Joshua has fought professionally in the last year. This is a guy that's been in the ring. He was a heavyweight champion 5 years ago. He was the heavyweight champion of the world. None of the guys that Paul's faced have either been a competitive boxer or been in the ring in quite some time. So I think, there's no rust here. Even though Joshua's 36, I mean, he's still in great shape. He's still a professional boxer currently. That's his, occupation. So I think that changes the grand scheme of it. I got you, Danny, Denver as well. Matty Ice, if you stay on, you could predict we're actually going to do that at the end of the prediction segment here if you want to pick who you think's going to win. And are there any stipulations like the rumored ones from the last fight? Currently, we just everything we read was more about the weight. There was a stipulation on the weight. Joshua couldn't be over 245, but that's not bad for him. There was no other stipulations that I read. Other than the pay, I think they both split this one 50-50, where the Tyson one, it was more in favor of Jake Paul than Tyson. But that's the only thing I've heard indirectly related to the sports. Sad story with Greg Biffle. Yeah, we were going to cover that at the end during our final thoughts. But yeah, Shady, very sad story coming out. And not only Greg Biffle, but his entire family, right? Wife and two kids crashed in that plane crash. So, terrible tragedy. It's just NASCAR world, I'm sure won't be the same. This guy was actually an icon in the sport. So that one hurt. And surprised, right? The footage, the fact that there's so many cameras everywhere now that you catch a lot of these things on camera, that you saw the plane just kind of skidding on fire, and you knew it wasn't a good situation when you saw it. So yeah, very, very sad story, Shady. All right, we're going to continue with our prediction segment here. If you guys want to jump in here and pick some games, you can absolutely do that, Shady and Maddie, as well. Next game is this Sunday as well, the New England Patriots at the Baltimore Ravens. Ron, I already told you how I felt. I think New England loses this game. I think Baltimore at home is going to be able to do some things with their legs with Henry and Jackson. So I went Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm going New England on this one, Eric. I look, I know they have Henry, and I know they have Lamar Jackson, and that combination seems to be able to give the Patriots trouble. But I just think that this team is going to be up for this game, especially after losing against Buffalo in a close one. I think they're just going to be ready for this, and I think they're going to be able to pull out the win against the Baltimore Ravens.
Or the Ravens.
Go in New England.
Danny's going with the Patriots as well. Shady or Maddie, if you have a pick, Patriots at Ravens, let us know. We can add you to our prediction chart. NBA action, Ron. The 23rd, we've got the New York Knicks at the Minnesota Timberwolves. Who are you taking? Shady's going New England.
I'm going to go Minnesota at home. Look, it's a road trip. Knicks fall to trouble with teams on the road that are good. So I think Minnesota is good enough. I think Anthony Edwards will have a game, and I don't think that they're going to be able to match up with Anthony Edwards. I think that's a little too much for like somebody like Josh Hart to contain. So I'm going Minnesota.
Yeah.
At Minnesota.
Yeah, I like Minnesota at home. Matty Ice went Patriots too. All right. Cowboys win on Sunday. Who are they playing again? I don't remember what's I'm playing, but I'll take it. Danny Shaw. They're playing the Chargers, aren't they? No, are they playing the Chargers? No. Yeah, I went Minnesota as well at home. I think Minnesota at home. Knicks coming off that big cup win, might fail. Eagles lose to Washington. My man is really hoping. All right, buddy.
It's possible, though. It is possible.
I can't. All right. Do you have a pick for the Knicks at Timberwolves, Danny, by any chance? Maybe not. All right. Let's continue with this NBA. On the 23rd, they're playing the Chargers, yeah. 23rd, you got the Oklahoma City Thunder at the San Antonio Spurs run. I think that the Thunder, a little upset about losing that game to the Spurs, and I think they're going to come out and want a, little revenge factor. So I went Thunder here.
Yeah, I'm going OKC as well. On the road in San Antonio.
Listen, I know it's a cup, and you to your point, I don't think it's a big deal, but I think certain players, especially that team, OKC, I think it meant a little bit. Danny's going Timberwolves. The other one, all right, and then Thunder at Spurs. Danny, let us know who you're picking there.
It's going to be a hell of a couple of games, though.
Danny's going OKC. All right, NHL action, Ron. You got the Detroit Red Wings at the Washington Capitals. Who are you taking?
I'm going to go Washington at home. Ovechkin.
Yeah.
Can still do it.
Crazy, right? Right? We thought this would be a down year. He's still having a really good year. Red Wings, not too good on the road. They're much better at home.
No.
Yeah. And the Capitals play pretty well at home. So, yeah, I agree with you there. I'm going the Capitals as well. Danny went OKC. I don't know if you the hockey guy, Danny. I don't think Danny's a hockey guy.
He likes his Kings.
He does.
Of course he's a hockey guy. LA Kings are a good team.
They are. What about on the 20th as well? You got the Edmonton Oilers at the Minnesota Wild. You talked about the trades for both these teams, but Edmonton's still 500 team on the road right now. Minnesota, very good at home. I went the Wild here.
Yeah, I did as well. If they don't have Tristan Jarry for this.
Yeah, that's a big loss as well. And I didn't even know about that.
They got to make sure that they stay in a playoff race.
Capitals and who? Was the Red Wings. Red Wings at Capitals, Danny.
Detroit.
All right, Danny. We'll keep it going. You see if you can catch up. I'm more mustard and relish guy myself, but on the 19th, which is tonight, my friend. I think this game starts at 8. Number 9, Alabama Crimson Tide, NCAA football playoffs kickoff. They are facing the number 8 Oklahoma Sooners. Who are you taking, Ron?
I'm taking Oklahoma. It's the place to be. Oklahoma is the place to be.
I thought it was Green Acres.
It could be. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. But I will say this. I agree with you. Their defense gave Alabama fits a few weeks ago when they played each other. And I just don't like the way Alabama's played all season. And just listen, breaking news. DeBauer, the head coach at Alabama, after this loss, going to Michigan. Mock it. I know Shady's a Michigan fan. That's probably going to be your next head coach, the head coach of the Alabama Crimson Tide. So keep an eye on that. All right, we also got some NCAA action tomorrow. You got the number 10 Miami Hurricanes at number 7 Texas A&M Aggies. I think Miami got a gift getting in. I think Notre Dame deserved it more. I think they're going to be outmatched, and I'm going Texas A&M here.
Texas A&M, I don't even think it's going to be close. I just think that they're a much better team. They're just more sound in every aspect of the game. And I don't think it's going to be close. Texas A&M easily.
Yeah, agreed. Got some NCAA women's action tomorrow as well. Number 11 Iowa Hawkeyes at number 1 UConn Huskies. Believe it or not a lot of top 10 matchups this week in college basketball for men or women. This was the best one. Who you got?
Well, I know for a fact that I'm going to get at least one right. And that is this game because I'm taking UConn.
All right.
I'd have to be insane to go anything other than UConn at this point.
Yeah, I think Gino Auriemma, again, just every year figures out how to build a program that can get there.
He has his own wine.
Yeah, he has some restaurants too. He had some restaurants here in Connecticut as well. Yeah, I'm going UConn, man. I think it's an easy one. They seem to figure some things out.
UConn.
Think about it.
They
Who's your best player? Paige Beckers, and you're better than last year.
Yeah,
it's crazy the stuff he can do, stuff he does there. All right, Shady, I know you're still on. Danny, I'm going to assume you're still on. Maddie, if you're still on, the last prediction. Let's see if you guys want to jump in on this. Who wins tonight's fight? Ron, Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua, heavyweight bout. I'm going Anthony Joshua. I think he has way more to lose. He's going to take this fight seriously, and he's a boxer.
I'm taking Anthony Joshua, but I'm going to tell you this: if this fight is rigged, that's the only way Jake Paul wins. It's the only way. I look at the height difference, the weight difference, the strength difference. Everything points to Joshua winning. I don't think it's close. I think he can pretty much dismantle his face, and I am looking forward to seeing it just spilling all over the canvas. I don't like Jake Paul, and if he wins this, it's rigged.
It is.
Period. Just like the Tyson fight.
Eight rounds. 8 rounds. Joshua, AJ by live murder. Shady just wants to see Jake Paul get killed. I think a lot of people feel that way.
I want to see it. I want to see it.
Shady, Maddie's going with Joshua as well. Guys, tune in next week. See how you did on your predictions. We'll put those up. So you are now added to the Sports Unfolded prediction chart for next week. So congratulations on that as well. I think this. Listen, if it's 8 rounds, if it goes 4, I think I'll be disappointed. I think this should be a 2-3 round knockout done fight. I think if you see it go,
looking at Jake Paul's antics during like the weigh-ins and stuff, it's gotta annoy Joshua.
Like this guy's like, you're not a real boxer. Yeah, you could say he's not even a boxer. He didn't want to even acknowledge it. If Paul wins, then personally these fights should not be allowed to fight. Because it's definitely rigged. I agree with you. I think Netflix needs to be held accountable too, because there's got to be questions.
Absolutely.
There has to be questions. If Jake Paul wins this fight, there are massive questions that need to be answered.
Absolutely. I 100% agree with that.
I was talking to a buddy the other day. He said, listen, Tyson should have won that fight. If Tyson actually threw a punch, he would have knocked Jake Paul out. He didn't throw a single punch.
Yeah.
So I don't think
it was a deal. It was a deal.
Yeah, I don't think Anthony Joshua, listen, he gets paid half of this purse no matter what. Why not just knock the dude out? Be done with it.
Oh, I'd try to dismantle his body. I really would. I
like he said, live murder on TV tonight. Everybody tune into Netflix. They said the fight about 10:30 p.m. They think that's when it'll be on. Sometimes those pre-fights, all the undercards are better.
Oh, they're better. Yeah, they were really good. The female.
The Puerto Rican versus the Irish girl, right? I think
that was such a great fight.
And then they did a third fight on their own, and it was horrible.
Yeah, I know.
It was horrible. The first two fights were amazing. They finally get their own fight, and it was horrible. I was like, come on. All right, guys, thanks for participating in that. Ron, before we get into our final thoughts, can you tell everybody out there how they can become a sponsor of the best sports podcast on the planet?
Absolutely, Eric. All you have to do is send us an email at RIBroadcasting.media@gmail.com. Your ad will be here. We will read the ad, so not only will people see it, but it will be heard on the audio version for Spotify, Red Circle, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, and plus WDJY and WBOB and radio. And you'll have thousands and thousands of eyes and ears on your ad, and you'll be a happy camper, as will we, because we will have you as a sponsor. So sponsor the show, please.
Yeah, great opportunity for your business. Help us continue to grow. So we look forward to that. Ron, if you can, bring up those Hall of Fame votes just one more time for those people out there that might have missed it. Scan the QR code right now and help vote for the next player to get into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. For the NFL, that would be Dwight Freeney, Richard Seymour, Ray Lewis, Champ Bailey, Ed Reed. This is going to be a tough one because all these are great players. Richard Seymour leading in that right now. And then first ever Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. We will have a sports podcast, not even a podcast. We're a podcast. We should be in the Hall of Fame, Ron. Sportscaster in our Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. Again, scan that QR code right there in the corner. Help vote either John Madden, Pat Summerall, Marv Alberts, Vin Scully, or Bob Costas. One of them will be in the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame next month. A first for us, a sportscaster in the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. So cast your votes, scan that QR code. Here's all of the members currently, and a big introduction to Ty Cobb and Kobe Bryant for both getting elected in to the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. And when you vote, that voting site will bring you to the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame website, where you can see all of these players and all their accomplishments as well. So cast your votes today for our next inductee into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. Ron, it is final thoughts time, and our final thoughts don't necessarily have to be about anything sports related. It could be about anything happening in the world today. I am first this week. So I will say, Shady, I did want to say, our condolences to the Biffle family and the NASCAR family for losing Greg Biffle. That is a terrible tragedy, especially when young kids and they're lost in that plane crash. But I also wanted to take some time. Our thoughts and prayers are with those in our community. The Brown University shooting, 2 students lost their lives, 9 injured. We are Rhode Island Broadcasting. That is our backyard, Providence, Rhode Island. And it's just, again, another senseless tragedy in these schools. But we want to just give our thoughts to the victims in the community out there that we hope you're, getting through this. And, based on what they said, they at least found the perpetrator. So another tragedy at Brown University. So our condolences to those families that lost loved ones during that tragedy. But that's my final thoughts, Ryan.
Yeah, very well said, Eric. And I'll go a little further. You may or may not know that 2 of the people that experienced this incident are now have experienced mass shootings twice
in the school.
So we have now become that. So one of the people shot was at Parkland when that happened. So she was a student in that school at that one. And then there was another person that was in the classroom or the building where the shooting took place. She was actually shot in the stomach during a previous mass shooting. So now we have 2 victims that have experienced it twice and should not even happen a first time.
Agree.
And that's a tough one to take. It really is. That puts things in perspective on where we are as a society. But I also want to say thank you, NHL. Why am I thanking the NHL? Well, first of all, they're not playing any games on Christmas. And that's great. You know, I'm not upset that NFL and NBA are doing games on Christmas, by no means, right? But not only does the NHL give their players the day off, it also freezes rosters. So by the time the vacation is over for Christmas, they're not being shipped out somewhere. So they don't have to change teams in the middle of Christmas, and they freeze the rosters so that way you can't send somebody packing and give them at least a little enjoyment on the holidays, and that you're okay. And I do appreciate that. I love that about the NHL and the fact that they freeze that roster, and it gives some peace of mind for some of the players, especially this time of the year when we know players are going to change teams soon.
Yeah, no, well done by the NHL. I didn't know that, so that's really good by them. And with that, we do want to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas, as we will be on after Christmas for our next show. And then 1 week after that, our In Memoriam show, where we give you an opportunity to say goodbye to those athletes that were lost in 2025, and share some stories of maybe what they meant to you. So always one of our hardest shows to do every year. And I'm sure there's going to be guys, once we hear their names again, it just brings up a ton of emotions. But Ron, I always want to thank you for putting that together and making sure that we get that opportunity to say goodbye to those that we lost in 2025 from the sports world. And then tune in New Year's Eve, Ron, for Going On Daily.
Yes.
I will join that cast for another sad one. I guess that's I'm just a glutton for punishment, but we're going to say goodbye to some of the great actors, musicians, authors, so many so many different people that we lost in 2025. So tune in to Going On Daily at 10 a.m. on Wednesday for that on Rhode Island Broadcasting. Ron, thank you again. Great show. Thank you for all those that participated tonight live. Matty Ice, Shady, Danny, Manny. Thank you guys for all joining us tonight and making this show so enjoyable. All those that are going to join us after, like, share, and follow our show. Continue to support us. Cast your votes for the Hall of Fame. Follow our social media platforms and become a sponsor of the greatest sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded. We will see you next Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And all we ever ask for is that we finally get peace on earth.
Have a great night, everybody. Enjoy your Christmas and your holidays.